Aaron, if there was any neutrals here at Plainmoor today, they would have enjoyed a really good advert for National League South football. There probably wasn't too many neutrals. What was your assessment?
We're not neutral, so we're well and truly in our camp, and we're disappointed to not win the game. If I'm honest, in the context of it all, to be in the 83rd minute to go 3-2 up, we've got to see that game out really. So it's frustrating. It's annoying because 2 points dropped from a winning position that we're in with only sort of 7 or 8 minutes to go. So that's a disappointing thing from our point of view. A good game of football that went to and fro throughout the game. I thought the first 20 minutes we were great. We were 2-0 up, worthy. And then they settled. We allowed them to settle, and we know that. If they get the ball moving, they're a good side. They are a possession-based team that want to move you around, and they got some real dangerous attacks. And we were lucky, if I'm honest, to go in at 2-1 up as winners in that first half. And then the first 10 minutes of the second half, things didn't change from what we spoke about. But then the boys did start to take on board the message we said, and we got higher up the pitch. We got more pressure on the ball. We started winning more tackles and interceptions, and we were able to get the ball back and retain the ball in a better sort of way. And that culminated in us putting a lot of pressure on them and looking like the team that was going to go on and win it at 2-2. And then we get our goal, and then we sort of went back to sitting back, which is human nature, I suppose. Trying to see out the last little bit, but really frustrating because we'd done enough in that game, I think, to win a game. We're just going to make sure we can't concede 3 goals.
Whenever there's a high-scoring game, there's 2 sides to focus on. Let's accentuate on the positive first of all. Your team scored 3 goals, and actually you could have gotten very more. Jack Stobbs going very, very close right at the end there.
We hit the bar twice. Brad Ash hit the bar. Lewis had one took right off his foot. Same thing, like I say, Stobbs hitting the bar with a great strike at the last minute. Would have brought the house down. That would have. So there's definite positives to take out of it. Absolutely. And there was some really good play from us. We started really well. We finished bright, apart from the last sort of 10 minutes. But we were just. I don't know, just a little bit naive at times, and like I say, human nature is sort of a precarious situation that we're in. Whereas, no disrespect to Weston, they've got nothing to sort of lose in those moments, and a point's a good point for them. You can see how they were very happy. I suppose the circumstances around that. So it was disappointing not to win the football match, but at the same time, there's some real positives to take out of it. Some 1 or 2 good performances. So it's a point in the right direction. We've got to think about the overall picture, and I'm not naive to think that we've dropped 2 points there. So don't take this any other way. But at the same time, the overall picture is we've got to pick up points, and that is a point in the right direction. Some results have gone our way. We can't rely on others. We have to do it ourselves. But the results have gone our way generally. And we've picked up a point, and it's moved us a point further, closer to where we need to be.
So just to balance things out, obviously you touched upon it then, to be honest, but the attack, obviously we talked about. The defence, obviously, is frustrating when you're 2-0 up and then 3-2 up so late on. Do you think some of that, is that down to nerves or anything at the moment?
Potentially. There's a lot at stake, and the players, I can't fault their efforts. You can see them; they're dead on their feet. They're giving everything, and we've still got 5 really important games. What we know is there's 4 of them that are away from home, and 2 of them come this weekend in quick succession. So we've got to make sure that our mindset's right. But the players are giving absolutely everything. But the goals, as you say, are disappointing and avoidable, to say the least. There's never excuses apart from ourselves. So we've got to look at ourselves rather than worrying about, if there's fouls involved or whatever that people are telling me. So we've got to make sure that we're stronger than that, and that we can't allow those minus decisions, or major decisions, but allow those decisions to cost us. So, but the players, they're giving everything, and I know that they're absolutely up for the fight. We've just got to be a little bit better in certain moments that's cost us today.
You just picked up on my next point. 5 games left. 4 of those are away from home. Obviously, that's an unusual situation. Does that cause you any concern at all? Obviously, the away form hasn't been the strongest, whereas at Plainmoor, it's been bouncing, and the form has generally been pretty good recently.
Exactly. We've got great home form. You know, I think we're fifth in the table for home form throughout the season. So our home form's actually been quite well, even though we've lost some significant games. But our away form has not been great. So what it is an opportunity for us to rectify that come the end of the season. We've got a good opportunity to get 4 away games in a row where, you know, I know that the players will be absolutely well up for it. I'm going to be well up for it, and we've got a collective sort of task to change our away form round. And I believe that these players are good enough, and I believe that we're good enough to go and do that. So some good games for us as well, you know, and teams around us. So that's the beauty of it, is if we do well, we're nicking points straight off the direct opponents that are in and around us. So a really good opportunity for us.
And finally, Aaron, one player that stood up again was Dean Moxey, cleared 2 off the line, although he was taken off in the latter stages. So was there a concern with him?
Not a concern, no. He just sort of felt a bit of fatigue or a bit of cramp potentially, and I didn't want to take any risks. It was not a tactical substitution, that's for sure. It was something I didn't want to take any risks. If Mock was feeling something and he couldn't quite do it, then I didn't want an injury like that to cost us. And Ollie's was ready to go, so well done to him, and put him on, and we were able to make sure there was no more damage done towards the end. But like I say, yeah, Mock's a fantastic player for us, a real key performer for us. So glad that there's no issues there.
Brilliant. Thanks for joining us, Aaron.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you for the support again. It was fantastic, and really good initiative from the club with the team up for Torquay. So thank you to everyone who took up that initiative, and look forward to seeing everybody back at the Havant game for the last game of the season. Hopefully we won't leave it until then.